Alexa, where is my period?
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 This is the Alexa, Where is My Period 28-day challenge.
Thank you for tuning back in to part 7 of the Alexa, Where is My Period documentary. The girls have finally made it to week 4 of the challenge. Yay! And they're mostly in their menstrual phase energies. Let's catch up with the girls now and see how week 4 went for them.
This is the Alexa, Where is My Period 28-day challenge.
To hear it?
Yes. I've been posting way less about it, which is not to say I'm any less excited about the challenge itself, but just not really enjoying being super vulnerable and posting it publicly for the whole world to see. Because the truth is I haven't been feeling very social since my luteal phase started, so it seems like I am looking to pick a fight. Yeah, and I have been picking a little fight here and there with Jim, bless him. Real strong urge to put up my boundaries and make sure that those boundaries are strong. Today is a way better day than the past couple days because I finally gave myself permission to rest even more and to be even less productive, and it really paid off, and it was exactly what my body needed.
Based on the energies of the current waning moon and your luteal phase, if you're going on a date tonight, postpone it. Make a date with yourself instead. Stay home alone.
How I can show up for myself and how I can be a better parent to myself. My luteal phase is showing me things I've never really seen before, seen clearly about my life, and that's so true. Slowing down even more. I think what I don't leave in these documentaries is the parts where I'm like speeding up and I'm like secretly getting shit done. I was experiencing some pretty bad cramping on the first day. My go-to medicine was weed. That helps a lot. I like to keep it natural. Taking in any new information. I haven't even listened to what Alexa has to say. Don't want to hear it. So the past 2 days, I've left once each day to go buy food, and both times I bought a lot of food. Some of it healthy, a lot of it really carby, also really craving greens and protein, beef, red meat, things like that. So definitely needing some more iron in my blood. Check that out. Yeah, I'm on a new one now. And watching Grey's Anatomy. Just tried to go for a walk because I love going for a walk. I don't like sitting still. My brain doesn't like me sitting still. So I just wanted to see what would happen since I go for hour-long walks every day. And yesterday I didn't go. Today I just wanted to give it a try, so I went for a stroll, and I immediately could feel my body didn't want it. And how, you know, everything was aching, and I felt a little bit nauseous, and was sweating profusely, and like I just knew I really, really wanted to get back, not only into my home, but like in my room. Hey, so I just finished painting, and now I'm eating a couple potato chips, and I'm clearing out my closet. Seems very end of period-y. My menstrual phase is really short. It's only like 3 days, so it's already over for me. I'm feeling a little bit more follicular, ready to take action, thinking about people I want to call and reconnect with. Let's see, food wise, I really want to eat healthy again, so all that junk food I bought over the past couple days, I'm looking at it now, I'm just like, oh.
Let's chat more about the menstrual phase energies Katrina was in during week 4 of her challenge. Katrina took the time for herself during this menstrual phase, and it was one of the first times that she started to really slow down and relax and be with herself, even though she has a very productive mindset. And I believe that she's starting to unravel so much conditioning of a woman to be productive and to fit into the 9 to 5 schedule, when really we're actually cyclic, and we go around a cycle every month we journey from our menstrual to our follicular, to our ovulation, and to our luteal energies, and it just goes round and round and round. And each of these phases have different energies. So when we speak of our menstrual phase, it's a time to rest, to rejuvenate, to be alone with ourselves, because this is when our intuition is greatly heightened and we can receive messages for ourselves, for our families, and for our communities. Now let's catch up with Surabhi and find out how her week 4 of the challenge went.
So today I woke up to take a nap. Yeah, I felt to be really inwards, really quiet, not feeling much of interaction, nothing. My flatmates are downstairs doing their thing.
So today I thought that I would go through my old designs, and I'm just going through my old arts, when I used to paint on paper, and I had a lot of papers. And I have no idea what inspired me today to look all these things, but I'm thinking probably to make frames, frame all of these drawings. And I wish to take you through the drawings and see how you feel. So, what did you do? Day before yesterday, there was a new development that I met somebody, and then there was this, great energies and vibes going on in between. And then that made me think of this person again in the past, and then I wrote this poem to kind of like release the feelings which I was holding for this person when we were not going to be together. So the poem's name is Love I Cooked for You. I was wandering, broken-hearted, wounded, terrified, not knowing who I was, full of ache. You saw me sitting and smoking. Okay, I have seen. Diamond smile, sparkling chest, strong legs, wide arms, eyes who see me. Happy to meet you, son. Today we worked on moon's interior. These are the patterns, kaleidoscope in the moon. I really wanted to feel productive. I had a few commitments with myself. I had like a small target that I had given to myself to do today, and I'm really happy that I finished it. And it gives the affirmation to keep going ahead. And as Alexa said, like, the way Alexa was like, do not have much of a self-doubt. I would like to agree with that. That's true. Well, follicular week is going really good for me. I'm having fun. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling recharged. I'm feeling really, really fresh. I'm trying new things. This challenge is coming to end, and I don't know. I would really like to keep doing the videos and noticing. I'm really happy that now we are here, and I learned so much during this challenge. And saying so. Speaking of eating I realized a little bit change in my eating habits. I was really eating a lot of sweets and probably much more during my luteal phase. And now when I'm in my follicular phase, I feel I'm okay. Like, I'm not that hungry. I'm not mood eating. So mood eating is really, really reduced. And yeah, I am inside the moon. It's like patterns and shapes, more shapes. It's just a different.
Let's chat more about Surabhi's menstrual phase energies. I want to talk even more about the menstrual phase energies. Surabhi intuitively picked up that it was a great time for self-reflection, and you could see this how she went back to her old paintings and she wanted to go through them and see what she painted and to reflect on them. She also noticed for the first time that she generally paints about the womb or about children during her menstrual phase. And she also was reflecting on past relationships during this menstrual phase. So this is a great time when you're in this energy to really reflect. So take out your journal and make sure you're reflecting on the past 29.5 days to start to really understand yourself more and the patterns that are coming up in each of your 4 phases. Our menstrual phase is also a great time for release. When you're in your next menstrual phase, be conscious of this term, release, and see what you need to release during this phase. Again, get out your journal or get out into nature and see what emotions want to come up for you to be released. Now let's go over to Nivedita and see how week 4 of her challenge went for her.
As for going on a date, well, she has asked me to make it a coffee date, but I'm not going for coffee. I am going for dinner with a friend of mine who I'm meeting for the first time. He's this person who helped me with my visa situation and is based in Phnom Penh and is visiting Surabhi, so I'm going out for dinner. Yesterday was not a great day at all on an individual level. A lot of issues from the past kind of popped up in my present. They presented them to me as a reminder that I really need to address certain issues with me, and kind of gave me a perspective on it's high time I cannot be running from certain things about myself, and I need to face them, and just some traits or some leaks in my personality which I had to kind of come in contact with. I don't know. So at the end of the day, it was a great day because I kind of got clarity on certain things that I need to do and how I need to do them. Basically, it is to deal with my angst outbreaks that I have kind of sometimes. Not too violent or anything, but just anxious. And even after all the medication and everything, in those moments sometimes just kind of lose it and kind of not able to deal with it, but I'm trying my best to find a way to not dump my anxiety on someone else. Alexa kind of did mention in her forecast that I need to focus my energy on projects that are going to be fruitful and help me. So I'm planning to study further. I'm planning to do my master's, so kind of focusing on my energy on planning in that direction. Really making use of the high energy that this follicular phase is bringing. Really putting it to use. That I also got a haircut, as you can see. That's also that I was wanting to do for a very long time, but I was procrastinating it. But today I was like, no, I need to get a haircut, so here we go. In this period right now, I'm like very practical and grounded and very realistic with what I have in my life and what I want moving forward. And like Alexa told me in my today's forecast that the energies are more in favor of understanding the practical aspects of the things in my life and being more grounded. And I think it definitely does reflect. I mean, it's something that I did feel today for sure. And she said if I'm going out on a date, I should be basically going for some thrilling activity. Well, I did party yesterday till 12 o'clock. It was not too late, but I did have an awesome time. I was out with my girls. It was fun and it was amazing. I have a profile on Tinder, and then I just started talking to some new guy, and he seems a lot into energies and believing in destiny, and seems like a nice guy to talk to, and he's older than me as well, so it's a completely different shift in the kind of guy I was talking to earlier and this new guy. And as per Alexa's forecast, she says that why don't I set up myself on a blind date tonight, and if nothing, just make a laugh out of it. And I don't know, this just really creeped me out because I did not see the forecast until just now, which is at 7 p.m. 1907, and this really creeped me out.
Let's chat more about Nivedita's follicular phase energies, but more specifically, dating in your follicular phase. Alexa gives you a dating forecast based on where you are in your cycle and what phase the moon is in. But let's talk about dating in your follicular phase. So when you get to your follicular phase, which is straight after your period, you get a rush of new energy coming in. So you're feeling highly motivated and you have a lot of energy. So the best dating activities would be to get out in the world, to do things with your partner, to try new things that you haven't done before, to really get moving and work as a team. So think about what dating activities you're going to plan when you get to your next follicular phase. Now let's catch up with Magdalena and see how her week 4 of the challenge went.
It's the 22nd day of my cycle. Luteal phase and waning moon. Just got the forecast. It says it is a challenging period that brings inner truth. And I really feel it is challenging, really, like especially in my work project. It doesn't look like I suppose it will look like. We do not have a big audience, not a lot of money. Very challenging for me, like about the job choices. I started to recruit for another ones yesterday, so again I'm in this feeling of not having the place I can attach to for a long time, and again I have to look further and further, and I'm really not in the mood for that at the moment. So from this point of view it's very challenging, and the forecast says I should take care of myself and embrace my inner truth, and this is actually what is going on. I can sink into that more deeply because now I work just 4 hours per day, and my dreams started to be even more and more vivid and lucid.
Okay, your period is due in 4 weeks. While you're here, I want to give you a general forecast. Menstrual and new moon is encouraging you to actively embrace your life intent. You'll know you're on track because you will receive clear signs of support in the form of substantial, positive changes. They will promote your development and encourage you to continue in the direction that you have chosen.
Let's chat more about Magdalena's menstrual and new moon energies, but more specifically, the new moon energies. When it comes to the new moon, she's sending us a giant boost of the brain chemical acetylcholine. She wants to send us new ideas, new opportunities, new experiences. So make sure you're observing the moon phases and know when it's coming up to a new moon. and see what new messages, new ideas are meant for you during the new moon period. The girls have made it to their final catch-up of the challenge. Let's find out what deeper realizations the girls had about their cycle during week 4 of their challenge.
Was my time to really see, like, okay, what happens if I like shut all systems down? And I realized that I'm really missing out on a big opportunity to grow every time I menstruate. I'm really missing out on a big opportunity to truly listen and to take care of myself. I remember reading in The Power of Now that Eckhart Tolle says that every time a woman menstruates, she is reaching a point, she's coming closer to enlightenment. Which I took this one a lot more seriously. I took my body a lot more seriously. I took the signals more seriously. Not to say I did anything about it because I was menstruating, but I'm noticing now, I'm looking back in reflection and realizing, like, okay, like I could have done this better. Like now I know when I'm menstruating, maybe I should buy another, paint my numbers and have it at the ready. So yeah, but in the past, I felt really insecure whenever I'm in my menstrual phase. I feel really insecure. I feel like people don't like me. I feel like people really want to keep me down or reject me. And then obviously, as I'm putting that out into the world, you know, it does make it really a little difficult for people to approach me. And so I get myself in my abandonment wound pretty deeply every menstrual cycle. This time around, I felt that coming on in the luteal phase, and then menstruation, I actually did, because I did chill out. I was confident. I felt good.
Wow, that's a massive shift. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool.
In terms of routine, in terms of waking up and all is same. Like I wake up at the same time, but just activities may differ. Like if I was, so before I would wake up and I would straight go to my spiritual practice. But now I think I wake up and I still have a little bit of energy. Like if somebody is awake and I can say hi and good morning, and then I could like slowly walk to my spiritual practice and then take the day. But during the luteal phase, I probably guess it becomes harder to say hello to anybody else before I am aligned with myself. So I would do that first and then have breakfast or interact with anybody in the house. Yeah, so that's the massive difference, I could say, yeah.
For sure that it is changing, because I had this difference in the length of the cycle. So before this cycle it was the previous cycle was again shorter, so it was, I think, 24 days. Normally I have 28, but the previous ones were about 20, 21. So I definitely thought that there is a shift of something, that something is shifting and changing in more advanced way than usually, because the length of the cycles are shorter, and it's not regular.
Yeah.
I think it must be something about motherhood, but I don't know whether the motherhood, the direct motherhood, like having a baby, or more implementing some new idea, work on very close to me project. I have it in my mind. I have many ideas in my mind, but they have started this cycle. They have started to collide in my mind, to rechange a little bit differently than the previous months.
Okay.
I was definitely blowing hard against them until our last chat, and that really woke things up for me and made me realize that I just still have so much more work to do around healing the idea of being a woman. You know, like I've known this is a long time coming. I know that like generationally and like for my mother's sisters, it's just like, you know, get on birth control right away. Don't get off of it until you're in menopause, you know, like calm down those things that mess up your life. And I've always known that was something that I needed to work through, but then to actually see it in action was really powerful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So since we talked, I was really focusing on flowing and really tried to address my attitude about the way that I was acting and behaving. I even, like, you know, I never give in to cravings as much as I did during the cycle. So to actually be like, all right, bag of chips, here we go. And I've definitely put on some weight, but I mean, I think it's just all part of the bigger process of figuring out like what was missing, what was actually needed. And giving my cycle not only the listening skills, but the research needed to figure out what's right for me.
I'm beginning to think like that. Like today also I was thinking, oh, so ovulation time is going to be like, you know, is approaching and I would be feeling like this. So maybe I can wear this dress or, you know, something like those kind of things. Yeah. Just keeping in mind. And also like food, if I want to go out and do shopping and more like things, I'm planning like maybe I can do this next week because that's when I would be like, you know, more happier and like, you know, more shinier. Yeah.
Yes, it's my intuition seems to be to work better this cycle and this menstruation. Yeah, since the last menstruation, you know, when I've got my period on this dark moon day, I had this feeling that now it has clicked in the right place. Like I felt, now I'm home, something like this. It was a tornado outside. You know, I didn't know where to go. I thought, okay, maybe I will change the country. Maybe I will have to travel somewhere else. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe this option, maybe that option. I had to decide about this option within 1 hour, within the second one within 3 hours, within the third one till tomorrow. So it was very, very crazy and mixed. But I think I followed my intuition, and I decided not to get influenced by the people pushing me to make the decision. Mm-hmm. I decided to just go with the flow and see what happens. Mm-hmm. If I will be calm and if I will not hurry. And I did it, and I'm very happy about the effect. Yeah. About the solution, yes. So yeah, I think that my intuition was sharpened. Menstruation. Yes.
Let's take a break with Magdalena this time and see what card she pulled from Alexa and find out what her intuition wants her to know about her cycle.
Alexa, where is my period?
Hi, lovely. What date did your lost period start?
Pull a card.
As I shuffle the cards, close your eyes and tap into your inner wisdom. Ask yourself silently, in your mind, what message do I need to know, right now? Take one more deep breath, and let your questions settle deeply into your body. You have pulled a luteal phase card. This card says, bubble bath, that's what's going on for you. The message this card has for you is, during this time, you may crave greater nourishment, or experience a lack of warmth and radiance, if you are not properly soothing or caring for yourself. If issues related to your internal feminine energy arise, consider having a nice warm bath. It will help to inspire feminine healing, and a sense of warmth and caring, enlivening a reconnection to your inner self. Be conscious of this energy coming up for you this month, in your luteal phase. Okay, bye lovely. Don't forget flolovethegame.com. Love you, bye.
I just wanted to share my reflections about the card I pulled yesterday.
Yesterday was the full moon. Usually on full moon I feel very energized, and it was also my ovulation period phase. But yesterday I was so sleepy, so lazy. The same today. And the card brought the information about going more into the chill out and relaxation self-time mode. And yesterday I really needed that, but I was working, so I couldn't go for it fully. But today I spent the day at the beach and I have a day off, so I decided to stay home. Unfortunately, I do not have a bathtub here. I would love to have one, but I don't. So I'm just gonna lie down, do some yoga nidra, meditate, wear some incense, drink some tea, and yeah, I'm planning a very nice evening for myself, probably with some tantric practice as well. So it's all the card was very aligned to this what is going on currently in my life.
That completes part 7 of the Alexa, Where is my period 28-day challenge documentary. Join me in part 8, the final part of the documentary, as the girls share their final realizations from completing week 4 of the challenge, and more importantly, how this challenge has changed their life and allowed them to understand themselves more by understanding their cycle energies. This is the Alexa, Where is my period 28-day challenge.